Long live the king.
Godzilla, King of the Monsters is fast approaching, the hype is real, and with the second trailer being released, there's been plenty of speculation as to the reveals and the Easter eggs. One such reveal, or seemed to be a reveal anyway, was Burning Godzilla. Are you not familiar with this version of Godzilla? Well, I will get into that and also my thoughts on whether what we have seen in the trailer is in fact Godzilla in Meltdown. Welcome back to my channel, folks, and today I'm diving back into the world of Godzilla. Let's take a look first at what Burning Godzilla actually is, to everyone that isn't aware. It's not specifically a different Godzilla, it's just Godzilla in Meltdown mode. Burning Godzilla has only made one appearance, in Godzilla vs. Destroyer. Although it looks like a power-up, it's actually Godzilla dying, believe it or not. In Godzilla vs. Destroyer, a volcano had erupted, and as a result it exposed a large deposit of radiation. Godzilla, unfortunately, absorbed too much of this radiation, and he began to superheat. In the film, Yaman suspects that Godzilla's heart, which is essentially a nuclear reactor, absorbed far too much from the exposed deposits, and as a result, he began to enter into a nuclear meltdown. He would continue to heat, superheating to the point of 1,200 degrees, and theoretically, he was going to simply explode. The theory being that this explosion would actually be approximately 1,000 times larger than any nuclear weapon we have, destroying the Earth, igniting the Earth's atmosphere, and rendering all life on Earth deceased. Now, in Godzilla vs. Destroyer, Godzilla is destroyed. He does die, but the nuclear meltdown is limited by freeze weapons. The radiation is eventually passed on to Godzilla Jr., and he absorbs it and grows into a full Godzilla. So, there you have it. That is a brief history of Burning Godzilla. So let's get into the trailer. So this scene here, this is what a lot of people believe is Godzilla in Meltdown mode. Now let's explore if it is Godzilla. For starters, of course, it could be Rodan. In fact, that seems like the obvious choice really. We know from the Monarch files that Rodan is said to be within a Monarch containment facility atop the active Isla de Mona volcano. Now, it's actually been changed, it's not Isla de Mona anymore. But Rodan is said that he's a mysterious titan, and it lies in pyrostasis within a restless magma. The legend around the area speaks of this monster as a fire demon, or the one born of fire, but a simpler name echoes through the ancient temples of volcanically active regions, Rodan. Now the Monarch files continue and reveals even more, which points to this maybe being Rodan. A volcanic internal combustion system of magma flows throughout a body covered in rock-like scales that act as geothermal armor. While much larger in size, Rodan has a skeletal structure similar to that of a pteranodon, one of the earliest vertebrates known to have developed the power of flight. Just as Kong is king of the primates, Rodan may have once been king of the skies. And from the declassified part of the Monarch files, it states that Rodan's wings are wrapped around its body in stasis, but our cryptos estimate a wingspan big enough to create a sonic thunderclap, capable of leveling entire cities as it flies overhead. The Psyops theorize that the vulcanized appearance of its skin may be an evolutionary trait developed as a form of camouflage against mountain or large rock formations. Truly, a titan forged in fire. So naturally, after all of that, Rodan is the go-to choice here. But I want to focus on these scenes here. You can see a very different aesthetic. Of course, I could be wrong. Oh, absolutely I could be wrong. But due to how the skin, or scales, look here, I would say that this is Godzilla. But is it Burning Godzilla? Well, in this universe, we know that Godzilla is a being that feeds on radiation. We know that, it was in the Godzilla prequel comic, and we had certain parts of that teased in Godzilla 2014. He absorbed the nuclear radiation and thus was able to destroy the Mutos with atomic breath. We know that there is a high chance he will be blasted with radiation in Godzilla King of the Monsters, and that will allow him to heal and grow. Now let me explain why I say that there's a high chance of that. In this trailer, we can see a few different stylistic versions of Godzilla. Godzilla, seen here, has no blue glow. This is clearly when Ghidorah has first broke free. It would also seem here Godzilla is beaten, destroyed even. And then in this scene here, he has retreated to his underground temple from the ancient civilization that worshipped him. His safe haven, so to speak. He's gone here to die, or to recharge. Whatever it is, he's retreated, he's subdued, he's laying down. He doesn't even care about the man walking near him. We see this man approaching, and then in the very next scene, we see Godzilla. Very much alive, very much energized, and we see this blue glow which he didn't have before. But we also see the submerged structure blowing up. My theory here is that Godzilla is nuked. He grows in power and thus he now glows with this blue energy, recharged and repowered, which I think is a pretty fair assumption. Of course, I could be wrong, but I'd also like to hear your thoughts. What do you think is happening here? That's just from putting this all together. Now from here, could this be that Godzilla then goes into meltdown mode? Did he absorb too much radiation from this blast which was intended to help him? Could this then cause him to have that nuclear meltdown in his heart, similar to Burning Godzilla? Now there's a really high chance that this is actually the case. But I will say this, Godzilla's not going to die in this movie. There's not even a chance he's going to die. Now the reason why I say that is because we know that there is another movie after this one, Godzilla vs. Kong. But could there be a version of Burning Godzilla in this film? Yes and no. Now I know a lot of people will instantly say that yes, there's going to be Godzilla vs. Kong, but maybe Godzilla is going to have a child just like the original Godzilla films. And maybe he'll enter meltdown mode, he will die, and he'll pass on that radiation to grow his child into a full-blown Godzilla, thus removing the issue of the next film and the time difference and the size difference and so on and so forth. Now, yes, there's a potential chance that that's going to happen, but I simply don't think it will. In a movie where you have Mothra revealed, you have Rodan revealed, you have King Ghidorah revealed, and you have all four of these kaiju battling against one another, and then not to mention the 2 extra kaiju that we've seen in the trailer, I think it's highly unlikely, and I think it's reasonable to expect that they will not include another kaiju, a baby Godzilla. It would be far too convoluted. So I think we can rule that out. So is this Burning Godzilla? Yes and no. I don't think that he will enter full meltdown mode at all. I think what we will see here is that Godzilla is blasted by either Rodan or King Ghidorah, and he's bathed in flames. So he does burn, he does become a burning Godzilla, so to speak. But I think this is just for fans. I think from here it's just a good little Easter egg, a nod to the fans, but I don't think it's going to be the Burning Godzilla that we, as the fans, know. Legendary have done very, very well with their viral marketing, and overall, the little teases here and there, and even the nods to the original movies. So I believe that what we're seeing here is simply a nod to the fans. Now of course, again as I've stated, I could be completely wrong, and because of that I now hand it over to you. I've said my piece, I've explained it, and I want to hear, what do you guys think? Do you think this is Burning Godzilla as I said it, or the original, or do you think that it could just be Rodan? Do you think I'm wrong? Do you think I'm right? Or do you have an opposing theory? Guys, if you are new here, please do hit that subscribe button to stay up to date on all the world of pop culture and movie news. As always, if you don't already, please do follow me over on Twitter and Instagram at Mr. H Reviews. And if you like this video, give it a like and a share. I've been Mr. H. Take care.